Hey guys, so I received an email from Ubereats on January 20th. Now the reason why I'm bringing this up a little bit later, one, I had received this right before going out of town, and two, I want to find out if anybody else received this around the same time frame, and also go over some tips on how to protect yourself from these type of accusations. But here's the thing, there's something off about this whole situation, which I will get into in a moment, but this is the email that I got. It says delivery reported as not received by your customer, which first of all, on January 20th, when I received this email, I had not delivered that day at all. And the day prior, I hadn't delivered. Like I said, I was getting ready to go out of town. The last time that I delivered was that Thursday. So 2 days later, receiving this email just seems off to me. In the past with Grubhub, I had gotten a report that a customer hadn't received their order, claiming that I didn't drop the order off, which I did indeed drop the order off, but I received notification of this complaint like shortly after dropping off their delivery. So receiving something like this 2 days later just seems off to me. So here's the email, and I'll tell you what I did. But it says, hi, Brianna, we received a report from one of your customers that their order was not received, although you marked the order as complete. And again, I hadn't delivered this day that I got the email. Very odd. Here are some ways you can use the app to successfully complete the trips, and it goes over 3 tips. Down below, after the 3 tips, it says, accepting a delivery request without intending to complete the delivery or picking up a delivery item, but retaining all or a portion of the item and not delivering the entire order is considered fraud, which violates our community guidelines and the Portier Platform Access Agreement, and having multiple reports may lead to losing access to your account. You can check out more delivery tips by tapping the link below. Thanks for delivering with Uber. And I'm like, this just does not seem right. So of course I'm going to call Uber support right away. I saved their number in my phone just in case I need to reach them quickly. Called up Uber support, and this is what's bizarre about this whole thing. Uber support, the representative that I got, told me on this day, on January 20th, that they were receiving other calls from other drivers about this email. So have any of you guys received this email on or around January 20th about delivery reported as not received by your customer? Let me know, and let me know if you've ever received an email like this before. Did you receive it on the day that you had supposedly delivered the order? Or was it a funky situation like mine where you received it a few days later and you hadn't even delivered? But the odd thing is that the representative said there are other drivers calling. They're actually having a high call volume due to delivery reported as not received by your customer. So that got me thinking that this is a glitch, but I never got an email or anything stating that it was a glitch, it was a mistake, or anything like that. So this whole thing is completely bizarre. This is the first time I've ever received something like this from Uber Eats. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know if you guys have ever received this type of email, but it's just odd that I hadn't delivered for 2 days and then I get this email, and then I have the representative telling me that they've received many calls from other drivers stating that they had gotten the same email. So the only thing that I could think of when I had delivered on Thursday, and I thought maybe this had something to do with it, is that a customer had called me. It was a stacked order. I had dropped off their order and I was on my way to drop off the second order. And I was getting a phone call, which I didn't answer because I'm in the middle of trying to find this customer, get them their order. And people usually leave you a voicemail, which the customer did. And the customer had stated that they didn't receive all their contents of their order. They were missing some items. So I had offered to the customer, because it was, snowy and icy out. A lot of people were ordering food. And of course I felt bad because a lot of people didn't want to drive out in the conditions. We were in our SUV, so I was like, you know what, we're not too far from the restaurant. I offered to go pick up the rest of the order for the customer. She told me not to even worry about it. They're gonna order something else. She'd already talked to support, so she was totally fine with it. So I don't think that that had anything to do with it. But who knows? It's just an odd situation. Completely threw me off. But getting a message like this is frustrating, first of all, because I did what I was supposed to do. The days that I deliver, dropped off at the right locations. You know, you take your photos and everything like that. But the thing is, us drivers have to protect ourselves when we are out here, just in cases of a customer claiming that they didn't receive their order when they did indeed receive their order. Because like the email stated, after multiple reports, you could possibly lose your account, be deactivated. So it's just not right. So here are some quick tips. Some of them are obvious. So the first one being, when you take a photo within the app, make sure you get the apartment number or the house number in the photo showing the food. That way it shows that you did indeed drop the order off at the correct location. Second option would be, I know some people use a timestamp. I've never used a timestamp. So if you use a timestamp and you have a good suggestion for others, do leave a comment down below. But a timestamp is another good option. It takes a photo and it shows the date and time. And again, when you take a photo, make sure you get the apartment number or the house number with the food in the photo. And that way that timestamp will show all the details showing that you did indeed drop the order off at the correct location. Now, another option, which I've actually been asked about quite a bit because I wear my GoPro when dropping off orders, but a GoPro, it's more spendy, it's heavier. So another option would be a body cam, which I've actually tested this one out. It's super light, it's discreet, it's nice. It'll actually record great at night as well as daytime. Has a light on it which can act as a flashlight as well, and it also takes photos, which is nice. If you are interested in the body cam, I do have a link down below in the description, but this is another way, and you can also use the body cam for other things besides delivering food, but a nice option if you are looking for something to record your drop-offs. But we do have to protect ourselves when we come out here delivering food. It's just not right for a customer to lie and say that they didn't get their food. I'm not sure what happened in this case because it's a bizarre one to me. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially I didn't deliver for 2 days and then got that email. And you would think if it was a mistake, an email that Ubereats or Uber sent out by mistake, that they would send an email out stating to disregard the email that was received or some sort of message. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole situation. I'm not gonna let it bother me. One, because it doesn't make any sense, and two, I know I dropped my orders off at the correct location. So appreciate you guys watching. Again, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Just a bizarre situation, but I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye guys.